In today's video we take a look at the Red Sea Reefer 170 now that it's been in setup for the last 5 months. Welcome to the latest video of the Red Sea Reefer 170 floating aquascape, and it is month 5 since I set it up back in December 2020. Really pleased with how it's going. Just going to do a walk round of the tank. Added some more corals that you can probably see already. A bit of an update power head wise, and also a look at the sump. So where do I start? So I fragged 4 pieces of green plating Monty from the Red Sea Reefer 450. I've done 4 separate pieces because I wanted it to grow around the branching rock as opposed to just sitting directly on top. And what will hopefully happen is as they grow out, they will all grow into one another, start growing down the edge there. So hopefully they will start to play and look really good. But pleased already, you can just see hopefully that some polyp extension there, so that's really good. The second piece I've added here is 2 pieces of Cadbury purple plating Monty, again from the Red Sea Reefer 450. And I'm hoping they will again join together, play right out over the edge, and you never know, they might grow into the green and fuse together. I'm not going to hold my breath, but you never know. Added a piece of stylophora there, just a small frag from the Red Sea Reefer 450 again. And there you've got the Christmas tree Favia just beginning to, I think it's probably doubled in size, but just beginning to grow out. Lovely and green and red on the in the middle. Coming around, the Sunny D Zoas are really growing well. They're growing really quickly. And I was expecting the acan there, the rainbow acan, to maybe sting the Zoas, but it hasn't at all. So that's really good. One big polyp there. And you can hopefully just see polyp on the side, plenty of space for that to grow out. There's the lights beginning to go down, so that's the Gonopora. Not as extended as it usually is, but still looking really nice. Got there an acan, that's probably increased by about 2 or 3 heads, but pleased with that. Now where I've had a few problems is over here. So that is the green torch that in the last video was on the sand bed, and I've positioned it right to the edge there, and I've also added a hammer. The problem is the torch has stung the hammer. Now what I have done to try and keep it away is add a tunze power head, so that goes across the front of the tank and then blows back the other way and takes it over to that side, which has partially worked. And also I've got an MP10, you can see it right about the wall, and I've turned the power up on that. That's running at about 50%, and that has certainly helped, but it has not solved the problem. So I'm going to have to move that hammer before it dies altogether, which does cause me a bit of a problem, because whatever I put in this position here is probably going to get stung. So what I might do is get another torch, move it slightly to the right of that there, and that way they're next to one another. But it will mean I've got behind the hammer some space, which is a bit of a pain. There's the Setosa there, it's doing okay. A little bit of die off in the middle there, it's gone slightly white, but I'm not overly fussed about that. That happens from time to time. The green coral there, which is a lime in the sky, it's just slowly beginning to colour up, nothing major. So probably what I have done is I've turned the XR15 Gen 4 lights up to 60%. They've been running about 40, so I've just gradually increased them because I didn't want it to burn any of the acans or anything like that, but they seem to be okay. So what I did over the last couple of weeks, I have turned it up to 60% on acclimation, so that's hopefully gradually increased the power and the par, but definitely have to move that hammer. So that's about it for the corals there. I've got the 3-head gold hammer there. I haven't put that on the rock work yet. I'm going to sort out this right side first before I do anything. And then last but not least, I've got there the reverse bleeding apple. Since setting up the tank, I've done very few water changes, and as a result the elements are beginning to go a little bit too low, with calcium at 325, magnesium 1000 and alkalinity 7.7. And whilst alkalinity, there's nothing wrong with that, the Red Sea blue salt has on average a salt of about 8.4, so there's a bit of a drop off, and I want to just start topping up the elements before they go too low. So for the last 6 years on the Red Sea Reefer 450, I've been using the Red Sea powder for foundation, so that's calcium, alkalinity and magnesium. But I fancied a change, and on last week's live stream quite a few people actually recommended this product. It's all for reef by Tropic Marine, and as it says in the name, you get calcium, magnesium, alkalinity and also other trace elements. So I thought I would give it a go on the tank. This is only 500 millilitres. You can get it in powder format, and that is a lot cheaper than liquid, but I just want to try it out. I'm going to try it 1 milliliter per day, and then through my usual weekly testing I'll see what happens and increase it from there, and if I like it then I'll get the powder and then on our way. As for the dosing unit I'm going to use, I bought this dosatronic from a fellow reefer. Hadn't been used, no salt creep on it, shows no watermarks or anything like that, so a really good unit. 5 dosing heads, as you can see, all stepper motors. So what I'm going to do is, using not just to dose the 170 and the DD Reef Pro 900, but also I'm going to set up auto water change with these 2 units, and I can then save myself a bit of time. When setting up the dosatronic, it's really easy. All you've got to do, you've got a slot in the bottom of the doser there so you can shut the door, and all you do is push on the little nib there and it goes in, and then you can push it all the way through there, so that'll go through into the right hand side. So there it is, the tubing installed on the dosatronic. I just need to calibrate and then put a sample through so that there's no air in the tubing, and then we're good to go. Picked up this Skims dosing container that has 4 1.5 litre compartments. Tidy little unit, just fits just where I need it to, and now I need to set it up. So all that remains is to pour that into the container. I did use a damp cloth and some RO just to wipe it through to make sure everything's alright. So that's in, and that's 500 millilitres in there. Thanks for watching, and also thanks for supporting this channel by either liking or subscribing. Bye for now.